Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory 3.0. Today's episode number 53, and you're wondering why the heck I'm in here. I'll explain in just a minute. Let's go ahead and talk about a few things before we get going in today's episode. Only take a second, I promise. One, we need to check off, well, we did check off this last episode, create a turbine with extreme reactors mod. We did check that off, but we did not check off created an actively cooled reactor from the extreme reactors mod. Dun dun dun. We got that all done. All right, so here's where I'm focused next. I started focusing on harness the power of lightning with a lightning rod. All right, let's look at that pattern real quick. The lightning rod is really, no, that's not it. It's really simple to make. This is it. That's all there is to it, plus all the little components that go with it. But it really isn't much. So I said, you know, if I'm going to do lightning rods, I want to do it the right way. I'm going to do a lightning rod tier 4. Oh, yeah, but we have to have mica. And the only place you can get mica is from this thing called a void resource miner. We've never done the void resource miner. So another achievement that we have to actually do is we have to collect ore from a void with a void ore miner. Not a resource miner, but a void ore miner. So I started looking at these things. Here's the resource one. It has a little bit of green to it. Void resource miner. And then you got the regular void ore miner. All right. Now the recipes are basically the same. They have the gold, they have this crystal lens, and they have this laser cord. If you look at this one, it's basically the same. The only thing different is these 3 blocks right here. So I thought, you know, might as well, if I'm going to do one, I might as well do them both. So that is why and how we got to where we are today. Well, not really. We are here where we are today because in the last episode, one thing I said, just go ahead and bump all these, I picked the wrong one. Bump all these down to 60%, which that means only 40% is actually active. And I noticed I need to change one to 50%. So all these are at 60%, and that one is at 50%. And that one seems to keep us just right where we need to be. Let's get down a little lower. There we go. And where is the front of this thing? I get lost. So now we are, if you look at it, as long as you keep this at 2,000 millibuckets a ticket, you're great. Now, if you run out of any of this, if it gets down just a little bit, it's going to start messing up with your steam power. So just make sure you keep this thing full. That way you don't have to worry about it. I'm probably going to get an ender chest and go ahead and start piping that in automatically. So I might go ahead and add another one. That one that rejects it, spits it out, and one that actually puts it in. So I'll probably add 2 more to that one. And that way we don't have to worry about running out of that stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and get to what we need to. That was it. That's all I want to talk about. This is what we need to. We're going to do both those miners. We're going to do the void ore miner, and we're going to do the void resource miner. We're going to do them both. And this is what we need for today's episode. It's not much. It really isn't, especially compared to the last 2 episodes I've done. Holy Moses. It's hardly anything at all. This is what we need. Believe it or not, this is for the resource miner. This is for the void miner. This is for the resource miner, and that's it. And this stuff here, this is going to be for silk touch. And I don't know if you noticed a minute ago, let's go ahead and make silky cloth. And now we're going to take an emerald and make silk stone, I believe it is. Silky jewel, there you go. And we're going to need silk touch on our cobalt thing. And I don't know if you noticed on our recipe right here, we have to actually have diamond ore and an iron ore. We need the diamond ore. We need silky touch for that. So I might as well go ahead and convert this thing over to a silk touch pick since I'm not using it quite as much as I used to. I might as well repair it while I'm at it. It's about half done. So we'll go ahead and put 2 cobalts in there. We'll stick that in there, and now we have a silk touch. All right. So you're wondering, where are we going to get a diamond ore at? Well, do you remember going to the beneath? Well, that is where we're going to go and get our diamond ore. Wrong one. Right click on it. There's all the ores that we need are down there, and we just need to harvest it. And I went exploring in between episodes, and I found one. It's not too far, so that's so creepy. So it's not too far to go, and I have to tell you a story when we're coming back. Something I did, and let's get my silk touch one down here. There is the diamond. Not right below me. Right below me. We'll get down there real quick. There we go. Oh, there's 2. Cool. And we also need an iron ore one. And I saw an iron ore one right here, I think. There it is. So now we have that. We have this little guy coming after me. I don't know why I run away from it. It's not like he can hurt me. There we go. Da, da, da. I got such good armor. All right, now the little story on the way back I want to tell you about. Let's get rid of this. I don't really need it. Try not to come back. Is I clicked this on the side. Well, mine in my base is in the ground. So that means I came into the floor. And when you fall into the floor, when you come back into the floor, you actually fall down. And I fell into the void, and I nearly died. So I learned, that damn cobblestone came to me. So I learned that you have to jump on top of this thing. That way when you come back, you will be actually on top of it. So now you see we're on top of it. If I did it on the side, I'd been on the floor, and I would have fallen to my death. Which, well, I didn't last time, but I got close. Just do it that way. All right, there we go. Got rid of that. Oh, I got enough essence to live my life forever. All right, so let's go ahead and look what else we need for this thing. We'll go here. So for the resource, now we have everything we need for this. We have the iron, we have a quartz block, we have the diamond ore, right? Now for this one, we need some special stuff. We need netherrack, we need mossy stone, and we need endstone. So let's go ahead and grab that real quick. And I have an extra piece of redstone here, and I have some glowstone. And we got this stuff, and I'll show you how all this works for those three in just a second. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and put that here and here. There we go. Is this my lava? I'm gonna go ahead and throw my redstone in. It gives me netherrack. There we go. Then we're gonna go ahead and throw the glowstone. It's gonna give me endstone. So we got those two. And then my essence is gonna give me the mossy stone. So we're gonna take the nature essence and then surround it with the stone essence. Now you got to be careful. Oop, I got the stone mossy brick because I did the pattern wrong. So we'll go ahead and go it this way, and we actually get mossy brick. So we need one of those. Let's go ahead and find a place to put the rest of that. That way it's not cluttering up my inventory. There we go. So now we have everything we need to make these two things. Well, except for this. Now we have to make that lovely glass that we always make. We'll do it like this. And we got 30 pieces, so now we need to throw that in our furnace. We'll get that going. And let me throw these bones away and get that done, and I'll be right back. All right, while that finishes up, one other thing I realized we need my assembler. My assembler, we need that for today's episode. I'm done with the silk touch. So yeah, that is how it actually going to put all together. I love this thing. And then don't forget, when we're looking at this thing, the void miner, we need all this stuff too. We need 24 structure blocks, tier 1 or above. We need 20 machine bases and 2 laser cores. We're actually going to double that. We're going to need 48, 40, and 4. And then we're going to make these real quick. There's one of each. So we're doubling that because it's the same recipe for both of them. And there we go. We got that out. And right now we're just making the lasers. And we're going to take... Actually, I'm going to bind it. That. And there's that. That here, there we go. And now we're actually going to build the basic laser, the void ore miner laser. And we need to build this thing first. We need to do 2 of those. And we have to make, I forget what you call this thing. What do you call it? I'll look in a second. It's the focus lens, the lens. Need to do the lens. So now we got 1 lens. You make 2 of these. 1, 2. And now we need to make 2 of the lasers. There we go. And now we have everything we need to make it. Plus these little extras here. We got everything. Yep. That. Now we have the regular void ore miner controller, tier 1. And let's go ahead and do this one too. And it is all set and ready to go. Now we just have to build everything that supports it like we did our solar panel in the 2 episodes before. So to do that, we need to go ahead and get these stones. Just make it the easy way. We need to make hardened stones out of this. Then we need to make it tier 1. That is what the gold and the redstone is for. So let's go ahead and let's go up here because I'm afraid it's going to bleed. There we go. Got that. And we're going to do it one more time. There we go. And now we're going to make this into a tier 1 by using the redstone and the gold. And hit R there. We'll do it one more time. It's telling me I'm missing some stuff. Oh no. That's all we need. 48. Remember, it's 24 plus 24. Now the 40 here, we're going to go ahead and use it for the hardened stone. Okay, so we need to go ahead and get that stuff out. And it is right here. So that was what we need. We need 20 of each of the hardened stone. And let's go here. and now we got 40 of those. There we go. So now the only thing we need now are the lasers. Let's go ahead and go here. There we go. And I have to make more of that glass. And I need more glass here, so we'll go ahead and make it here. We'll need that in just a second. So just go ahead and go there, and you see the glass we can do right here. So we got 38 more glasses to make. And again, let's go ahead and let that craft, and then I'll come right back. All right, the glass is all set and ready to go. Let's go ahead and build the rest of the stuff we need. We need 4 of these things. Where are the lasers? I'm sure it's right in front of me, isn't it? Oh, right there. Need 4 of these lasers. There we go. We've got all 4. And then we need to do some more of the, is that right? 2 more of these. And surround that with glass. What are these called? Clear lenses. There we go. And we're going to take one of these lenses and make it into a bone meal, and we're going to make it into a white lens. And the reason I'm doing that, let's go ahead and talk about that laser again. Lightning rod, excuse me. And the mica. The mica, it says clear, you have a 0.82% of getting it, and with the white, you actually have a 4.5%, 4.6 basically percent. So that's why we went ahead and changed that one to white. All right, so now we have everything we need to go ahead and make this thing run. Let's go ahead and put that here and here. That way, well, actually, it doesn't really matter if this does in here or not, because you are going to see some magic now with the assembler. All right, so I found 2 spots over here, and I'm going to put, it doesn't matter which one's which, put one there. I need my pick back. There we go. And we're going to break that, and we'll come back to that in just a second. We're going to put one over here, and we'll break that. And now we're going to take our assembler. Let's go up above and watch this thing. And we're just going to right click on it, and you see it will automatically build for us. Dun 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 dun. And we should get a message. There it is. I have just received an achievement, and the multi-block assembly is completed. You know, that's what I kept trying to say, the multi-block assembly yeah, on the last episode. All right, so let's go ahead and do it here on this one. We're going to right click on it, and it's going to go ahead and build it for us. Isn't that cool? Makes things so much easier. And are we going to get our message? Yep, there it is. Multi-block assembly completed. Now we need to go ahead and get some chests and set up the power for it. And hopefully nothing spawns on this. Just hit F7. Ooh, not good. So we'll have to be careful when we get back. I need to light that sucker up too, and I'll do that in just a minute. All right, so let's go ahead and get the rest of the stuff out of here that we need. Done, done. And I'm also going to need this wand right there. Not wand, but my wrench, my crystallized wrench, I believe it is. And hopefully nothing has spawned over there, and it's going to drive us crazy when we get there. Yep, looks like something has spawned there. What is that? Ah, cool. This is something to do. Ah, that was really difficult, wasn't it? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these chests and just put it on the side here. I'm going to go ahead and take this basic energy IO and put it right there. And then with empty hand, I am going to shift, it's good, and right click till I get output. That means power comes into it and will go out into there. So it should be working now. Oh, actually it's not working yet because we haven't attached it. I'll show you in just a second. That's why I got our thing. And someone told me, I didn't know this, you hit shift and space and you can hover. I never knew that. All right, so we're going to hit output. There we go. And we put our chest on the side over here. You can put it on either side. I don't think it really matters. I should have gotten something to light this up with. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and take this wrench and bind it to our power over here. And it was green or last time. No, it's still green. So I don't have to hit shift and then right click on it. That binds it to that. And now we're just going to right click here. Uh-oh, we're too far away. Interesting. So what I need to do is we need to create a relay real quick. So let's go ahead and grab one more of these things out of my chest. I think I have them in here. Yeah, I know that. And we're going to do at Draconic. There we go. So we'll just take one of these out. Put them in here. Actually, no, this is what I want, just the relay. We're going to create a relay with this one. That way it relays from there to this one to those. And we'll just stick it somewhere underneath here. How about right here? There we go. Now we take our wrench, and now we bind that one. It's now bound to here. Now we're going to take this one and I'm going to hit shift and space, and I'm going to bind that one, make that green, right? And now we're going to go ahead and come here and right click, and now it's getting power. And we'll do the same thing over here. It is getting power, and you actually see the power beams. You know, I like this thing, but I don't know if I really like these power beams always showing up. When you have your wrench in your hand, it shows you where it's connected, but and the intensity of these things show you how much power they're taking too, because if you look at this little red one, it's really strong, and you look at this one, it's kind of weak. So it tells you which is really, really strong. I need to really light this thing up. And you see what we're getting. Yep, we got some uranium ore. This is not this is going to be the regular void miner. And this is the resource one, right? Yep, this is the resource one. And it gives us stuff like stones, and yeah, you see what we're talking about? Oh, we got some mica already. I think I only need like 6 pieces of mica. So I'm just going to let this chest fill up. I'm not going to send it to a storage chest or do anything with it, because we really don't need these resources. We have enough of it. So if I ever get desperate, I guess I can come over here and get this. So our whole problem is going after mica. We're after mica. All right, let me light this up and I'll come right back. I still love these glow balls. This one's actually lit up already, but I love these glow balls. They are the greatest. I'll just go ahead and light it up anyway. They are so cool. I love these things. All right, before we go, I've given this about 5 minutes. Just go ahead and see what we've collected, and you can see what kind of materials we're getting. You know, not bad. Let's go ahead and sort it a little bit. We got some uranium, some gold, yeah, a little of everything. Ooh, got some diamonds, yeah, emeralds. Yeah, it gives you a little bit of all the different ores. Believe it or not, iron is the lowest one on the totem pole. Usually you would think that would be the higher one. I have not found anywhere where I can find it this way. So you get a 13% if you have 10% if you have clear. If you have white, you get a 13%. But you can't scroll through any other way than I just did. Just see for this 9% chance of getting emeralds. So you can actually see the percentage, 11%. It's funny that the iron is actually the bottom. And now over here you get the same thing. I'm just hitting R when I'm hovering over them. And you see what we got here. We'll sort it. And I have no idea what that is. White hard. So we're getting all the clays. And yeah, it gives you a little of everything. And here's the mica. I think I need like 6 of these. So I'm almost got what I need. So yeah, the recipe, you see here, hardened. You actually get hardened stone. I don't have to make it anymore. Clay. Let's see the resources again. There it goes. Yeah, so it shows you the odds. Oh, we got a sponge. That's interesting. What's the odds of getting a sponge? 4%. So yeah, it gives you a little bit of everything from grass to cobblestone. I got mossy stone again, so I got more of that. So yeah, that's kind of a cool little resource to have, and it really didn't cost much to make those things. And yeah, I'll just let those fill up. All right, my friends, that ends another episode. Before we go, I want to mark off one thing. We have collected ore from the void with a void ore miner. Dun, dun, dun. We haven't really collected it from, well, I guess that is the void down below us. So we have definitely collected it from the void. Dun, dun, dun. We are rocking and rolling with these achievements. Achievements. It's fun. All right, my friends, you know the drill. See something you like, give me that thumbs up. See something you don't like, give me that thumbs down. Either way, honestly, is all good. And if you have any comments, please leave them below. And if all else fails, please, 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 please make sure you subscribe. All right, my friends, till next time. It's been fun, it's been real, and it's been really fun. See you later. Bye, guys. See ya.